Welcome back, YouTubers, to my channel of an everyday life of an Aspie. If you're new to my channel right now and you just popped on my channel, my name is AspieAnswersAll, or as I'm known at the moment, I'm Aspie, and I'm all about talking about my life journey with Asperger's syndrome, depression, anxiety and the like, as well as just any other mental health topics, to just create an awareness and understanding for us all, just to hopefully remove the stigma, and just also just to hopefully just journey with each other, understanding each other better in a way that hopefully we don't feel judged or misunderstood. So that's why I'm being the voice of the voiceless. Also, I do some support kind of messages along the way on my Beautiful Ashes channel of the everyday encounterships of what we may go through. Some of the stuff that I give you as tips and advice and encouragement, especially my life experiences versus my training and everything else as well. So bear with me. I know that some of the tips and advice may be well suited for some people, but if you feel that some of it doesn't fit, just do respect me and my channel by just either seeking medical professional help or seeking advice, or just as some people will say, just go into another channel if you don't feel it's right for you. But I just want to help support people as many as I can, and also just to bring myself out there to a point where people can understand where I'm coming from versus where you guys are coming from. It's just about meeting each other's needs and whatnot. So hopefully, no further ado, it will come to light. So no further ado, guys, I'm trying to complete some of the disability series, as I said. Hopefully, basically it will be all finished in the next few weeks, even though there's a few hiccups along the way if you're following me right now. So right now, at the moment, I'm trying to complete the ADHD series, and there's a couple more, but I'll do this last one and I'll do more research, which I humbly apologise. Some of it has been put off for a while for the ones that has been asking me. So let's begin this. This is going to be the 10 things you should say to someone with ADHD, and let's begin this. But before I begin, actually, shall I say, I'm no medical expert. I'm just saying how I see it and experienced or hear from others that may have certain everyday conditions, and some of these things are similar of the what not to say versus what to say to someone with every medical health condition. But it's all about being courteous and also knowing what to say and when to say it. I know that some of you may be forever trying just to do it in good will of your heart of doing it all this. I know that sometimes that many people may, feel that you're just out of sorts, or you don't understand the person with the condition, even if some people are trying their hardest just to live their life the way they should or not. But then again, that you might come out different to that response that you're giving to us. An approach to us. So like I said, please take into consideration what you say and how you say it to others. It's all about respecting each other as well in the long run, and the taste of things. So it's just a matter of just knowing and being cautious, as said. So no further ado, guys, let's begin this of the 10 things you should say to someone with ADHD. So let's begin. Number 1, would you like me to call you, email you, text you to remind you? Okay, just because with people who has ADHD have trouble remembering things like the events, dates, schedules, etc., they might have a real hard time about it. To that, even though it would be great for you to remind them in whatever media form. As we know, basically, with people with ADHD, as I was just saying before, they may tend to forget important stuff of the schedules, events, and timelines of what needs to be done. So it'll be really great on their part that they are reminded on a daily, maybe, so that there's less things for them to worry about, and reinforcing them a reminder will help them basically to remember when replaying or recollecting the thoughts. Acknowledging this without making a big deal is seen as amazing feeling for them as you're thinking about them and being considerate. Number 2, hey, just checking in if you had anything to eat today, or you may have to have a snack. Checking in with people with ADHD or anyone in general with certain mental health conditions is great, because around about morning tea, lunchtime, many people tend to forget, especially with some people with conditions, if they're self-absorbed in everyday activities. This can go for people with exclusively that's on meds to actually say the same thing, to check in on them. ADHD sometimes with the meds can suppress the appetite, however, and that sometimes the person with ADHD won't realise that they have eaten or haven't eaten, and will end up with those classic side effects of dizziness, lightheadedness, headaches, and bad mood swings. Number 3, I'll make a list for you and leave it out for you tomorrow. Okay, people with ADHD, or me in general, especially with Asperger's syndrome, list of any kind, can be a lifesaver, and also to be ensured that it can give them a form of a routine, or something to be set into place in concrete. You can send an email with the list on it. You know, that they're not fast, obviously. It's all about, you know, meeting up the needs of it, or anywhere that can be seen and easily accessible. Also, it will get them motivated to get some tasks done and completed at a certain time frame if they want to put a little set time frame, a date. Number 4, someone forgot to tell you or navigate through the day of not taking meds. Maybe the best way is to acknowledge it and say, it does really suck and I'm sorry, and encourage them sometime to say something. Don't worry about it, it's just today, you can make it through one day without your meds. Acknowledge it's difficult, and acknowledge again that it may be hard for them today. So it's all about, you know, knowing what to say. Well, that part of number 4 about them taking their meds, that rolls into the other part, which is about reminding them of their daily schedule or something to eat. Number 5, hey, why don't we take a 5-10 minute break? As you know, basically, for people that's got ADHD, the attention span is really shorter than anyone else, basically. So now and again, some of them will need to, as well as basically in my case, like sometimes I do need to try and make sure to have breaks if it's the same thing that I have to do throughout the day, so that I can recollect my thoughts, and maybe within that 5-10 minute break do something else, or just go for a walk or run or something. Number 6, while doing homework for kids, get them to stand up, be active. This will help them to focus and get most things done, so a little distraction can go a long way. Okay, so that's all about basically finding something to do with the kids. Number 7 is when texting the person with ADHD and get no response in the next 2 minutes or even an hour, basically, it's important to text or call us again, because obviously they've got the short-term memory. It's all about reminding them, and like I said. Number 8 is I love you. Everyone deserves to hear these 3 words, no matter where we're at, of the mental health conditions versus just neurotypical people as well. Rule for everyone, say it in a way to let them know you care for them and that you're there for them no matter what. Number 9, do you want to go out on a date? Okay, many people will find that really hard to ask a person with ADHD. Of course, they're humans like anyone else. They've got to have a gift, even though many people treat them differently just because of that ADHD and whatever else it may be. And last but not least, number 10, when people with ADHD like something, they'll fixate on that particular item or object, and then they'll just obsess over it. Okay, that's similar to my case. So, you know, be warned on that. Even though they may love it to bits, you know, that's just them. They're made up in different ways. So without further ado, guys, basically this ends hopefully just one part of the last few series of the ADHD. Give me a like for thumbs up for engagement. Feel free to comment below if I've missed anything of what to say to someone with ADHD. Basically, I'm just doing it based on experience versus, you know, what I've heard and seen, you know, on BuzzFeed versus all these other sites that have been messaging. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so for hopefully daily, weekly vlogs. Feel free to share the videos around to family and friends. Until next time, thanks for your support. I'll see you again soon.